All right, guys, let's get some NBA picks and props for Wednesday, March 13th slate of games. Trey, let's take a look at that leaderboard. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I am 0-0 right now. I gave out the Washington Wizards on the money line versus the Grizzlies, and actually, that game just ended. So change that to an 0-1. Unfortunately, the Wizards, they got beat on the road. I anticipated them to show up here against the Grizzlies and have their first 3-game winning streak of the season, but apparently ownership got to them and said, what are you guys doing? Put some more L's on the board. So that one did not hit. And then, I was very frustrated.
Yeah, Utah, I just got done watching the Thunder game. I've got the Thunder hat. I've got the Thunder jacket. The Thunder -6 was the play. Outright loss against the Indiana Pacers. Horrible performance from the Thunder tonight. 0-1 day for myself. Now let's go to the player props, Ray. Have you start us off?
Yeah, my game just ended, and it was in that Thunder game. I gave out Pascal Siakam to go over 28.5 PRs versus the Thunder. He finished with 26. I said in yesterday's video he's going to dominate the glass. He got 11 rebounds. I was stupid. Should have just went with his rebounds.
Stupid. I gave out Victor Wembanyama to go over 33.5 points and rebounds going up against the Rockies. He's got 20 right now, 10-10 with 8 minutes left in the game. So we need some more points. We need some more boards out of Victor. But it is a close game. We might get overtime. Maybe we hit the player prop there. Let's go to the group play. 0-1 for both of us. Something is, as an NBA team, the 76ers, how are we only scoring like 80 points a game now? Is Joel Embiid that impactful a player that he gets you 50 more points a game, Trey? Like, what are we doing?
I think that I am hoping that these two teams do not face off in the first round of the NBA playoffs or the second round. I do not want to see 80 to 80 games in the NBA playoffs. What are you doing?
The Knicks put up 106, and 106 is not good. But the 76ers, let's take a look. We're going to take a little bit more time on this. 76ers, 79 points against the Knicks tonight. Then they had 79 points against the Knicks the other night, 95 against the Pelicans, 109 against Memphis, and 107 against the Nets. Joel Embiid is, I don't know. If they can't score, they're not going to win any games. I feel like they've lost every single game besides maybe one of the last 5. So I don't know what the wrong with the 76ers. Tyrese Maxey being back didn't help them at all. So let's move on to the group play for tomorrow night. I feel like we're going to be on opposite sides because your Lakers going up against the Kings. I'm going to have you start because I know what you're going to take.
This is an easy Lakers -1.5. I love that this line is what it is because they're going to come in this game and dominate Bear. There's one thing that we do know from LeBron James, GOAT James, King James, is he's going to show up as the season gets closer to ending. And they actually got a game up on the Kings a couple nights ago. The Kings, they did lose at home. The Lakers, they did win at home. So one game up, they're going to add another game up on that register here. And they're going to be basically tied after this game. The Lakers and LeBron especially, he knows that this is a massive game. This is essentially a playoff game because if they beat the Kings, they're going to get a little bit closer to getting out of the play-in or at the very least getting out of that 9-10 spot, which is absolutely massive for LeBron. So I have a lot of confidence here in the Lakers. They've been playing some very, very good basketball here of lately. Yeah, the Kings have as well, but they've been a little bit more up and down here recently. Meanwhile, the Kings, I think they've won 11 out of their last 15 games. So they're going to look to continue the momentum here. Anthony Davis, guys, in his last game, he absolutely dominated. I don't know what I was watching. I was hoping he was going to get to a 30-30, first NBA player ever. Alas, it didn't happen. But, hey, he might against the bonus. But I do have to say this. I think AD is like 0-5, 0-6 in his career versus Sabonis. So take that for what it is.
There's never been a 30-30 game in the NBA?
Maybe. I'm sure there has, but definitely not in the last 10, 15, 20 years. I don't know. I feel like Wilt probably had a 50-50 game. He scored 100 points. Who knows?
Last one was in 2018 from Dwight Howard.
Jesus. And that guy's over in China right now.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Kings here on the money line. I have no breakdown at all. They're going to get dominated in this game. I'm going to be against Trey here. Kings on money lines to play. Let's go to our plays for tomorrow, Trey. Have you start us off?
I'll not stand for that slander. I'll accept a loss, but not a blowout. Come on. But I'm going to be breaking down this Golden State Warriors going up against Dallas Mavericks game. And this is going to be a very fun game to watch, even if Steph Curry is already ruled out for this game. The Warriors, they do come this game with a 34-29 record. They're also 34-28 ATS. And Golden State, they are 17-12 on the road this year. That is very impressive compared to what we saw them on the road last season. And the Mavericks, they entered this game with a 37-28 record, and they are 35-30 ATS. In Dallas, they're 19-15 at home this year. And these two teams, they've only played once so far this year, and that game was at Golden State. And the Mavericks, They still won that game by 10 points, and I have to expect something similar here. Give me the Mavericks here. I'm going to take them -7.5. I love that this number is where it is because without Curry, this Warriors team simply does not have the firepower, and they're not going to be able to stop Kyrie and Luka on the other end. That's because over the last week of the season, this Mavericks team has been red hot. Bear has been backing them over the last week, and they've cashed for him every single time. They're 3-0 straight up and ATS over that span, winning those games by an average score of 128 to 108. And I love the Mavericks here in this game because they are so high scoring, and the Warriors defense, they're not all that good anymore. Plus, they really love to foul. They're in the top 5 in the NBA in fouls per game. So we're going to watch the Mavericks just march to the free throw line throughout this game, especially since they love to drive to the paint. So give me the Mavericks here. I'm going to take them -7.5 against the Warriors.
Yeah, Trey, I like that play there for you. For my play today, I'm going to be looking at the Denver Nuggets traveling to take on the Miami Heat. The Denver Nuggets, they haven't looked like themselves this season. They're having a few games here or there where they aren't very competitive. But coming into the last month or so of the season, I think they're going to get locked in for the playoffs. They have been playing some very good basketball over the last 3 games, winning outright in all of those games and covering the spread in 2 of the 3. They have also been very good offensively over the last 5, scoring over 115 points in 4 of the 5 games and scoring over 125 points in 3 of those 5 games. Miami, they've been the exact opposite over the last 3 games. They've dropped all 3 of those games and losing in the last game against the Washington Wizards, who, by the way, if the Wizards win tonight against the Memphis Grizzlies, they're going to pick up 3 consecutive wins on their way to being a team of the week in my mind in the NBA. Denver, they've been playing very well lately. Miami's been struggling to score, and I don't think the defense of Miami Heat is going to be enough to stop the Denver Nuggets offense right now. Give me the Nuggets -3 in this game as the play. Trey, let's go to the player props. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm excited to talk about my player prop, and it's one that Bear actually gave out a few days ago. I'm going to be backing him again here, copying Bear this week. I'm going to be going with Brandon Ingram. I'm going to go over 19.5 points going up against the Cavaliers. I really love this over for Ingram in this game. We are going to see him dominate throughout this one, and I believe that for a few reasons. The first reason is that this is a home game for Ingram, and we've seen Ingram play very well at home this year. He's taking more shots, shooting more efficiently, and scoring more points per game. In his 26 home games, Ingram, he's averaging 22.5 points per game, which is over this number. And you're probably wondering, why is this number so low? Well, we're enjoying a nice discount number here because Ingram, over his last 5 games, is only averaging 20 points per game, which is still over this number. But I'm not too worried about that because Ingram, he really loves playing against Cleveland. Over his last 5 games versus the Cavs, Ingram, he's averaging 25.2 points per game, which is also over this number. I expect Ingram to at least score 20 points. What are we talking about here? Give me Brandon Ingram to go over 19.5 points versus the Cavaliers.
Yeah, he screwed me, but I think he's going to do great for you. I love the play there, Trey. For my player prop tonight, I'm going to be looking at Cade Cunningham to go over his total points going up against the Raptors. Cade has been red hot over the last 4 games, and he's actually been one of the best point guards over the last 4 games according to the stats. He has scored 22-plus points in 4 consecutive, and he's added up 8-plus assists in 4 consecutive games as well. I'm going with his over total points in this game because Toronto, they haven't been great defensively this season, and they're going to still be without a couple of their key players. This Raptors team has given up over 120 points in 4 consecutive games, giving up 125 to the Nuggets, 128 to the Trailblazers, 120 to the Suns, and 139 points to the Pelicans over the last 4. The Pistons, much like the Wizards, are playing some pretty good basketball over the last 3 games. Winners of 2 of their last 3. And Cade Cunningham has been the reason that they're winning games. He's putting in a ton of points per game, and he's shooting a lot, which I love to see, taking 20-plus shots in all 4 of these games where he scored over 22 points. Give me the volume of Cade Cunningham shooting against the poor Raptors defense. He's going to go over the total points here as the play for myself. Trey, let's go to the graphic. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I went with the Mavericks here, -7.5 against the Warriors. The number is just too juicy. What are we talking about? Mavericks, they're going to be able to outpace and outscore the Warriors in this game without Steph Curry. Also going with Brandon Ingram over 19.5 points versus the Cavaliers. I expect him to at least score a 20-piece nugget. I mean, the guy's a pure scorer, and he knows how to put the ball in the hoop.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Denver Nuggets here, -3 against the Miami Heat. I think the spread was -3, not -2.5. I think they're going to kill Miami in this game on the road. And then give me Cade Cunningham to continue to go over 20-plus points against the Raptors. He's done it 4 straight games. Make it 5 straight tomorrow after the Raptors game. Guys, that's going to do it for the NBA Plays and Props for Wednesday, March 13th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching. Super Bowl. We also have 12,000 subs coming right around the bend. We're at 10,200. We're going to give away 2 tickets to anybody to any game they want. NBA, NFL, college basketball. It doesn't matter. We can wait until the new season for NFL. Any game you want to go, whenever we get to 12K, we're going to have that giveaway coming up as well. Leaderboard. We had multiple questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You're going to click that. There's two options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube, and it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, bearsprofitplays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month, a little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But if you want to know, there it is right there. Trey,